Today, mate, we are going to expose what is known as surveillance pricing, where a retailer will use AI to gather personal data, then produce a price for that product that AI perceives the shopper is willing to pay. And we're going to give some real-life examples taken today.
Yeah, this is a bit of a shock, mate.
They're crazy.
A real shock.
3, 2, 1.
So AI is being used to transform online pricing from a manual market-driven process to a highly personalised real-time experience that is known as surveillance pricing. And we don't mean in a good way, mate.
I can't believe... It's kind of shocking, actually, isn't it?
It's a freaking disgrace, mate.
The price is this, but we think that they'll pay this. It's like, what the fuck?
I know.
Jesus,
it's shit.
It's terrible.
It is. This is allowing retailers to use AI to adjust prices based on demand and on the individual's perceived willingness to pay. We have some really good examples that we'll look at today where we'll show you the same product being searched at the same time, once as a signed-in, loyal, regularly using member, and one as a first-time incognito user. And you will be shocked at the results. But first, what is surveillance pricing and how does it work? AI creates custom prices for individual customers by analysing their digital trail. This includes their browsing history, the device type, time spent on pages, purchase history, and online spending habits. It also includes your age, your gender, your postcode, and that postcode spending habits. Is it an affluent postcode? Is it not an affluent postcode? AI then uses an algorithm to predict how much an individual is willing to pay based on their location, taking into account how affluent the postcode is and their browsing path and shopping behaviour. So prices are adjusted for the same product based on who is viewing it, unlike the old days where a sale was a sale was a sale, right? Yeah. Some examples of this include Amazon, who use AI to adjust their prices every 10 minutes on over 1 million items, depending on whether they sold well in the last 10 minutes, depending on who's shopping from where. So Amazon are way ahead.
Wow, that's seriously smart.
That's what the data centers are for, mate. Travel, accommodation, and airlines use it to maximise profits on travel items, and it is even starting to be used in the USA on online groceries and even in-store groceries.
Wow.
Kruger are now using AI to create digital price tags online and in-store, depending on store location and selling conditions, such as if the item is getting close to use-by date.
Interesting.
So today we have some examples of accommodation. This first came to light for us last year when we were about to travel to Italy and Germany. While my wife was searching for accommodation on the laptop, I was using my phone and my tablet. We couldn't work out at the time why we were getting, on some occasions, 3 different prices to stay at the same hotels in the same date range.
That's crazy.
It is. It's insane. We got different prices on at least 2 of our devices every single time we searched. So these searches that I've done today, the date of recording is 15th of May, 2026. I searched 3 destinations and got different results for all 3. We used the same date range for all of these 3 locations, 20 to 25 September, 2026. The place I searched for first is the fabulous city, full of history, great restaurants, relaxed people, and some of the best sights you'll ever wish to see.
Paris?
No, close.
Rome?
Rome. Exactly right. Laptop price for 5 nights in Rome from 20 September to 25 September, $1,367.
So how many days is that?
5 nights.
5 nights, Yep.
Price on my phone for the same hotel, searched at exactly the same time. That's why I've got the phone and the laptop in the same photo. $1,230.
Wow. So nearly $140 difference.
Exactly 10%.
Wow.
This clearly shows that the price on the laptop, $137 dearer for a 5-night stay. I'm signed into my account with this provider, a service I use regularly and have spent a lot of money on in recent years. My phone offering me a cheaper price for the same product is not logged in and is searching incognito with no browsing history attached.
So basically,
and it gets 10% cheaper.
Well, it's the same thing. It's like loyalty doesn't pay anymore, does it?
Exactly right.
You stay with the same bloody insurance company that's doing your car, you get ripped off year after year until you phone them and say we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
Oh no, we can bring the price down. Oh, didn't we say? Why did you put it up in the first place? Because they catch people out all the time that just go, oh, just pay it.
Maybe.
And that's what it is.
Maybe. So both of those hotels on both platforms have the same rating, same number of reviews, and both state one room only left at this price. So they're trying to bash you into buying it. In search number 2, we kept it local, mate. A week in the harbour city, taking in the sights of Sydney.
Nice.
Nice place to go. For the same period, 20 to 25 September, my signed-in account that shows me as a loyal customer returned a price of $1,795 for 5
So
nights.
actually, that's $400 dearer than staying in Rome.
Yes.
$400. Wow.
Both 4-star
I
hotels.
would not have thought that. That's crazy in itself.
It is. My search for the same hotel at the same time on my phone, incognito, returned a price of $1,616 for 5 nights, a $179 saving. Again,
10%?
exactly 10%.
Is it exactly 10?
Yeah.
Wow. It's the algorithm, isn't it? It's obviously
Exactly right.
set up for that.
Yep. Now, note on the phone, it states mobile only price, but I'm not using the app. I'm just browsing on their website, incognito, right? Not on Google.
No.
Or through Google to this website. I won't tell you they are, and I'll blur them out. Lastly, we thought, what better way than to burst out of the Victorian winter and get all that tanned and sweaty stuff before everybody else than with a week in Bali, mate.
That'd be nice.
Would be nice, wouldn't it? I'm not really a Bali fan, to be honest, but
I've never been.
haven't you?
No.
Save your money. Same dates, 20 to 25 September, same hotel, same search premise, $747 on the laptop,
That is cheap.
signed into my account with a great loyalty record, but $673 on my phone, a saving of $74 when searching incognito.
Sorry, that's not including the flights.
No,
Okay.
none of
I was looking at it going,
flights.
747. I think I'll have to go there.
Yeah, no.
That was a good
flights.
price.
Yeah. Another 10% saving on the phone. Every room was searched with the same parameters, a basic double room for a couple, right? So nothing searched for there.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is quite a bit strange, but it reminds me of something.
Yeah.
When I was unemployed in Scotland,
In
it happened.
1938.
No, maybe the 90s sometime.
Right.
So a friend of mine and I, we would buy fridges and white goods and stuff secondhand, get them and clean them up and then sell them on for a profit. It was my friend's idea, and it seemed to work. It was actually pretty good. And there was one time we had this really...
Sounds like you started your own business, but anyway.
Yeah, but no, it was on the side. So, and one time we got this cooker, like a standalone cooker, and it was really filthy. It was from a student apartment, and we just went, oh yeah, we'll buy that. So I cleaned it up really well. I was the one that had to do all the cleaning because she didn't want to do that. She was the sales rep, and I cleaned it all up. Now I'm like, we got it for $20, £20, sorry. And my friend, I'll just put £70 that way. I reckon we'll get 90 for it. It looks immaculate. She's like, no, we won't. I said, I'll put 95. I'll put 95 on it. So I put £95 on it. Sure enough, less than 24 hours, I got a phone call. Hello, do you have a yeah, come over. And he was some rich dude. And he came down and he's had a look. He's like, yes, that'll be good. I'm like, this guy's super rich. What is he buying this for? It was for his nephew or something that had just moved into student accommodation and they needed a cooker. And so he said to me also at the time, he said, oh, yeah, I saw cheaper ones. I thought, they can't be any good. They must be rubbish. So he didn't go for those cheaper ones. And he went this one, he said, it was up there. It was up there at my sort of second-hand limit. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm thinking, mate, we got it for £20. We sold it on for 95 and he didn't even quibble about the price. He went,
Sweet, take it.
So I got £75 for going, picking up a cooker, bringing it home, cleaning it for an hour, and then selling it. It's easy money, man. Easy. But the thing is, he didn't think the other cookers that were for sale in the second-hand advertisement were going to be any good because of their price. The price set his mind to, they must be shit. This one, it's 95, must be all right. Probably wasn't any better than the other ones, but he had a mindset. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I can't even remember why I'm even talking about this, but it's to do with like what people are willing to pay.
Every search completed gave different results on at least 2 devices. When searching Australian Airlines for fares, both domestically and internationally, both Qantas and Virgin gave the same prices when logged into my account as they did on incognito. So that was all good.
Yep.
Yep.
Because that was my next question. Our flight's going to be different.
They are in America. If you get on Delta and log into your account or search incognito, there is a difference. Yep. And Delta is one of the airlines that has been pinged on this internationally. So I will never trust the internet again, and neither should you. Always complete a search on multiple devices and compare your loyalty price to an incognito price. On our last trip to Europe, mate, this saved us over $1,000 across almost 5 weeks of accommodation.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Did you buy more wine with that money?
More meals, more pasta, more sausages in Germany.
More sausages.
Exactly right. You
But
know,
they were real sausages.
you can't have too many bratwursts.
No, not in Germany.
Especially over there because they're tiny.
Oh,
Tiny little things.
I thought they were bigger.
No, well, some aren't in hot dogs, but
Yeah.
the traditional bratwurst, you get served 10 or 12 on a plate. They're tiny.
They're like little, like...
Long, thin things.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, exactly
But
right.
delicious.
Oh,
Real meat.
spectacular. I don't know whether there's meat in them, but they are spectacular.
Well, they
taste
reckon
great.
the equivalent from German bratwurst to the equivalent in America,
No, chalk and cheese.
because one is completely fake and the other one is actual meat.
I want to go to New York just to get a hot dog from a hot dog stand.
Oh, that was your dream like
Yeah,
3-4 years ago.
Yeah, it's coming.
New York's gone downhill though.
Ah, well, mine, I still want to go. Well, go and watch the Yankees at Yankee Stadium.
I'd like to do, I know it's not there fully anymore, but I'd like to do Route 66
Yeah.
from Chicago to all the way to LA. Yeah, that'd be great.
Be awesome.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll do a Bothy special.
Yes.
Route 66.
Yeah, all the places you should stop
Yeah.
and not stop.
Yes. Exactly
I
right.
bet there's a few of them.
So let us know what you think, everybody. Surveillance pricing. It feels like we're getting ripped off the more loyal we are.
Yep.
And we would suggest that you go and look deeply into how much you're paying, because there might just be a way of saving if you search incognito.
Yeah. I mean, 10%.
Typically, it's
Nowadays, that's a lot of money.
worth doing.
10% of anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
All right, everyone. Let us know what you think.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
See ya.